muffins, but we're also going to talk about a lot of celiac. So my mom's coming over here.
So a lot of people have been asking how Champ, we knew he had celiac disease and how he was diagnosed. So I think I'll do this in two parts. In this part, I will explain like his symptoms and stuff. And then in part two, I'll explain the process of getting him diagnosed. Yes, sir.
How about I be bacon if you talk?
Oh, okay, sure. So when Champ was about 12 months old, he started vomiting frequently, and it got all the way to the point where he was vomiting once a day. And then he also had a very distended stomach. He became like very lethargic. As we started noticing these things, I was taking him to the doctor super frequently. We started taking him like once a week, and then it became even more frequent where I felt like I was taking him like every other day and like something is wrong, something is wrong. I knew something was wrong. The pivotal moment was the daycare called me, scheduled an appointment, and I knew it was going to be about Champ's health. Yeah, you can use that. And so immediately when they scheduled the meeting with me that morning, I called the doctor's office and scheduled a meeting with the doctor for right after that meeting. And the daycare, you know, they had other kids to compare him to development-wise and everything. And at that point, Champ, because he was so lethargic, he was not meeting his milestones anymore. You know, he was crawling on time, he was doing all these things, and he was almost walking. But then once he hit 12 months, we started going through this whole process. He was no longer meeting those milestones. He wasn't walking, pulling up on things anymore just because he was so lethargic. He would just lay on the floor while his friends in the classroom were playing, and that's what they wanted to explain to me was their concerns. Right after that, I took Champ and we went to the doctor, and I explained to her this was the daycare's concerns as well. I would say at this point, we were 2 months in like trying to figure out what was wrong with him. We did try a lot of different things along the way with the doctor, but we weren't ever sent to a specialist or anything at this point. But on that day, after we met with the daycare, she measured him and weighed him, and it confirmed that he had not grown in length or in weight over that time period. That's the day that we started on the track of trying to figure out a diagnosis because we knew something was wrong. So at that point, the doctor really was concerned, and we started trying to figure out what avenue we wanted to go to on next. And so then that started our journey to get a diagnosis, which I'll get into in part two.
Oh my.